Here we are back at the family lodge. Things look a little different. Everyone is headed home after the family reunion. I'm down to mow the grass, take a look around, see what needs to be cleaned and what needs to be replenished. Brought a couple things down with me. Smells like the shower. Oh, yep. Has a tendency to, the smell has a tendency to come back up from the dry well if we don't place something over that, so put that back. Actually cleaned off the stove. Good job. One more successful reunion for the descendants. See, no one was able to get the insulation off. There we go. Got time, I'll sweep the floor again. Oh, pick up a few things here and there. Three fly swatters out here. That sort of tells you how often the doors were opened. Well, they really kicked it out this time. I think that may be the first thing I go ahead and do. Make sure we don't get any bugs in here. I need to go get the spline roller, and then I'll go ahead and fix that first. I'll turn you back on when we're ready. Looks like they put the fence back up. Clover's getting fairly high. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's already 77 degrees. Here are the geese that used to live over here before we put the fence up. A neighbor cut up the wood for us. I may end up restacking that. But in the meantime, I'll turn you off and we'll put the spline back in. Well, when we left Sunday, the bottom had been kicked out, but not the side. We've got a couple little kids that don't, too lazy to open the door properly. This kicks in my vertigo when I lay down like this and turn my head. What I need to do is stretch out the screen a little bit. It's been pulled through. Get the spline started with my finger. Take the end with the groove. Slowly start working my way down. Easy peasy, but there's no reason for kids to be kicking this out other than just laziness and no one's watching them. nice and tight. Nice and deep. And I brought the wood glue. And I'm going to put some down here in this corner. See if we can't. Help it. What really disturbs me about kicking it is you loosen the joints, and the joints will end up being able to absorb water. And then we're replacing the door in 4 or 5 years. There we go. And that is that. And hopefully that will last a while. Especially if we can keep the little kids from kicking it. Put my mat back, put my tools back, and then start on something else. I notice once I try to open the door, you can see it's sticking. What we need to do, this has become loose. Again, you kick that door enough, so I can already see the seam is starting to come apart a little bit. Just get a small screwdriver, and adjust this. A full turn, see how it does. That seems to be worse than the other way. These are departing. There we go. 1.5 turns. Just like new. Small screwdriver and the will to do it. During the reunion, the grill covers ripped. That's the second one we've had, but we've had it since 2014, so the grill itself. So I ordered one online and it came in already, so that's one of the things I brought down. Plus I want to put the grill out of the way in the driveway a little bit. Take this one home and dispose of it. And then I bought a new one. Hopefully it fits. I believe it's a one size fits all. It has a side panel here on the left side in case you have another shelf. This one, even though it's made for the char griller, it Feels more plastic, but maybe it's just the age. This one feels more like it has more fabric, but could be exactly the same. Just that one's about 4 or 5 years old. I also brought some soft pole. I need to take. We'll just do that right now. Drop it off over there. Already opened up the water. Pressure was 0. I readjusted the toilet flap on the south side or north side. It was leaking. I don't know if that's why. If it doesn't stop leaking, I'll turn the water off in this toilet. Yeah, I don't see any water coming down now. I think it is corrected. I'll put that up, and it goes in the one that says hand towels and toilet paper. My sister wasn't able to get it down. There's a little toilet paper left, and I'll take it out and put it in the containers in each one. Now all I want to do is open up the temporary shed. Fold it into a point, and then you can just start rolling out very easily. Get that open. Let's check here. Actually, it's pretty good. Carrie did a good job of cleaning it up. And we just got another one bag of trash to take home with us. I'll get that before we leave. But overall, looking good. I think I'm going to start with the front yard, but before I do anything, I need to walk around and look, make sure there's nothing left out in the yard. Move the benches back in. We got the boat out of the way. We leave a bucket out here. I think that was the younger kids who were fishing, using the bucket to store their fish. You can see that the water's still high. It's down some. The limestone is half out of the water, but you can see right down here we still have water where we're reclaiming land. We just need to look around in the grass. When we have people that stay in tents, they sometimes forget tent stakes. There's a bunch of sparklers. At least they didn't leave them in the grass that I can see. I'll put them up here where I can pick them up and throw them away later. I don't forget them. put these benches back to where I can mow around the fire pit. They did empty out the fire pit of ashes. Blake did that and put them around his cherry tree. He also trimmed the cherry tree, which just about killed the retiree, but it needs to be done. If I do it, she gets rather upset. When Blake does it, she gets concerned, but it's his tree that he brought when he was, I don't know how old he was, but I helped him plant it back there. Yep, I already see one sparkler. Turn you around here. I found one sparkler in the grass. I'll just walk the property a little bit. The main thing about the property like this, we tell people carry in, carry out. Whatever you carry in, you should carry out. That includes your trash. We have an awful lot of trash that comes from this reunion. So we actually hire a gentleman from Sullivan, a handyman, who comes out with his truck and takes all the trash. Last year it was 16 55-gallon bags. It was not as much this year, but he came out on Tuesday. The landfill is only 5 miles away, but none of us have pickup trucks anymore. Whenever I trade vehicles, I will go back to a pickup truck and then something we can handle ourselves. But until then, it's just too much trash for one person to handle, especially in an SUV. Just wanted to check. My cone flowers are doing okay. Black-eyed Susans or brown-eyed Susans are doing okay. I don't know whether I need to mow back here or not. Doesn't look like it. Our neighbor Dave helps out and does it at times, and the parking area up there looks okay. Grass is tall back here. You can tell where some of the tents were. This was a large tent back here. Grass is matted down. I just like checking in the area to make sure that there's no stakes left. Sometimes the grass is so high I can't see them anyway, and I'm just going to have to run over them. Oh, big stick. Small sticks I don't mind. Big sticks I do. Yeah, it's in the woods now. So I think I'm going to break out the red mower first and do the retiree's front end. It feels like it's up to 80 already. And do the hand mowing first, and then I'll get out the lawn tractor to do what's left. It's starting to warm up nicely. I'll turn you back on when the music video starts. magically. And just like that, we're done. After the last individuals go swimming, it'd be nice if the last group would pull the ladder up. That'll keep it from getting so coated with the algae. If it's up on the pier, the algae will get to it where it'll die. But it is difficult. It's extremely difficult for me to pull it up just a little ways. The water starts breaking out of it. More water out of it. Bring you up here and let you take a look. They've screwed up the outlet again. We haven't had any appreciable rain for a week, and the water is still covering most of the limestone blocks. I'd say it's probably 8 to 9 inches high, and it's not going down. I'm going to go down there after a while and probably find that there's no water flowing at all. Now on to the next job. The top of that tree that busted out, they've got the wood sitting up here. I would like to move it from down there over here to where I have the 2 boards with treated lumber sitting. So I'm going to move some of them as much as I can before I wear down. But yeah, I want to get it off that end and put it in this area where the dead tree is. I know there's a lot of dying wood there, but what I'd like to do is if I got it on this treated lumber, it's off the ground and shouldn't rot as fast. So that's what we're going to do. We'll see how long I can last with this. That's all I got in me. I've got no more. One more thing I want to do. I want to walk up there and take a look at that ditch, and then I may be done. Well, it's only 1:10, but I've taken a break. I'm going to walk on up to the overflow, take a look at it, and as I do, I'm just going to go through the yard and show what we accomplished. First thing was I put the spline back into the to hold the screen in place on the screen door. Not only had the bottom been knocked off again, but the side had been knocked off. Also adjusted it so that it's closing well. Got the grass mowed. I've moved most of the lumber back onto the treated boards to try to keep it from rotting away. I only got a little bit left, but I ran out of juice. I went ahead and pulled up the ladder. It has a tendency to get slick with algae. You pull it out of the water, it will dry off and the algae will die off of it. You can see that the water is several inches high. I would call it probably 8 to 10 inches. Got the lawn mowed. I took the trim around here and then use the riding mower to get the bulk of it. I fixed the flapper in the north bathroom so that it doesn't leak anymore. Got some soft pole that I need to put away in the container in there. I took off, throwing away the old cover for the grill. Got the new cover on. Fits fairly well. Grass back here is mowed. Almost didn't do the trim in the ditches, but I just couldn't stand to see the longer grass down the ditch. So I did. I'm going to take a long way around to the overflow. I'll turn you back on when we get there. This is the property where the overflow sits. It was owned by Rex Bennett. David Kiger has bought it. This is the overflow ditch down here. The lake is about a foot high. I don't know whether or not you can see or not, but there's only a trickle of water coming through right now. It appears that David did. Get up here on the edge, try not to fall in. Right down there, you can see the concrete sides, sort of a big V or U. That is the overflow that was put in either by the coal company or by the club when this was first purchased. That should be the level of the lake. What has happened is all of this here used to be the pipe. The pipe ended there and went through here, and you can see the back of what's left of the pipe. There is what was down in there. That's the pipe I had been saying was rusting out, and you can see it only had 2.5 sides left to it. That is the pipe that Dave Pinkston put on it for the input. I believe what has happened, because the back of this pipe should be at the level, big mosquito, sorry. The back of that pipe should be at the same level as the concrete back here. What I believe happened is when they pulled the other pipe out, they pulled up on the end. I put a laser level up on that little strip of land, and the back of this pipe now is reading about 7 inches above the input. Let's go see how deep the input is. And you can see that all of this is been dug up. Used to be able to get down here, but not quite capable anymore. You can see all the debris now in front of that pipe. It's just barely flowing, and when it's when the water's as high as it is, which is about 8 inches, there should be a steady stream flowing in there. But what has happened is the back of the pipe there is higher than the front of the pipe, so it's trying to run uphill 7 inches, so it's just going to stop there. I don't want to try going down there. If I go down there, I'm going to go get a rake and try to clean this out a little bit, but it's the back that needs to be cleaned out. And when I went down there last week with my boots on, I almost lost my boots in the muck down there. That is really poor. I don't know how, I think that whole pipe needs to be removed. I don't know what else we can do in this area, but yeah, we cannot live with a lake being 8 inches higher than it used to be as a normal. It ends up washing out underneath our pier and deck, and it eats away at our lake shore. Well, that's a wrap on this visit. It's about 2:30. I've got the car started to get the air conditioning. It's over 90 now, I believe. Clouds disappeared. We said we'd be cloudy all day, but I got everything done I wanted to and a little extra. And I'm too tired to do anything else, so I'm headed out of here for the first visit post-reunion. Until the next time, everyone take care of themselves, be careful, and stay safe.